Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. My voice is feeling so much better, which is a big positive. Wow, I also just realized I have 206 coins right now. That is terrible. I have 206 coins at the moment. What in the hell have I done? I've been trading a little bit with the little coins that I've had. I'm in a lot of like investments early on stuff right now, so for me, I don't have a lot of liquid coins, but I think this morning I started trading with some cards a little bit, and now I'm like waiting on sales, so I don't really have coins at the moment. So that's interesting. Good thing with today's upload, we don't really need coins for the upload. I'm not really doing much trading. Today's video is going to be a really discussion-based upload, and I want to talk with you guys about once the watches. Now, something to keep in mind, I'm not positive about this, but I think with the once the watches that the international break hits next week, so you know, keep that in mind maybe as you invest. I think there is one. I'm not positive, so don't take my word on that. I've just heard of that, though, that there is a chance that there's an international break in the following week. So just maybe keep that in mind as you potentially invest, because some players will be potentially a little bit better. So these guys go out of packs on Monday. Monday at 1 p.m., 6 p.m. UK is when OTWs will be exiting packs. So I want to go over with you guys just a few of the ones that I like, and I'm going to hit you guys with all the budgets. You guys will see me doing like a club stock, like a discard stock. Like if you guys watch my videos, you know, throughout the week or throughout the Team of the Week investing, I show you guys that I do Team of the Week investing, right? I buy Team of the Week cards at their cheapest, and I keep them in my club for a while. Now, we haven't seen a big rise yet with a lot of these cards, just due to the fact that, honestly, the market's kind of broke. There's not a lot of coins in the market at the moment. We talked about this yesterday, and it's why the market is kind of down this week, and people just haven't gotten rewards yet. It's just kind of bleeding and itching for coins, so we have to wait for any of this stuff to really do well. Also, we haven't had any crazy SBCs that have taken these informs and said, hey, let's make these more expensive because we require informs. There hasn't been any of those yet, so we're kind of waiting on those as well. But as you guys can see here, I have almost more than three full pages of like an inform club stock, which is really important because there's only been 2 or 3 team of the weeks, and I haven't even done a club stock for this current team of the week. So just keep that in mind, guys, as you see my club. I'm going to do something similar to ones to watch. So I want to go over a few of you guys that I really think are safe ones to watch players to pick up, and players that you guys can put in your club and at some point this year make a good amount of coinage on. And I think the ones that are the most the potential the best ones are the ones that are the closest to discards. So you have a lot of options with those. And then I'll be giving you my take on the bigger ones. So I think at first sight, the ones that look really good is the base ones, right? Joe Ellington is a striker that is a 78 rated, but has really good nationality links and a really good weak foot and a 6'1". So if this guy eventually does see himself getting an inform at some point in time, he goes to an 82 with the upgrade, which would make this card at 10,000 coins, obviously probably go at least to 20 or 25. I mean, it could even go more because you're talking an EPL striker then that will have 80 plus pace, close to 80 shooting, over the 80 physical, and then has a 4-star weak foot with 6'1". So that's important statistics to look at, and you look at the rise potential with one inform. This becomes a really interesting card all of a sudden because then he's going to have an 82 rated that is upgradable in the future, so could see more upgrades down the line. To me, this one is a really good look, and this is one that I may pick up a few more than just the club stock. I mean, he's going to be at 10K for the next 2 days. He's not going to move. Joelinton's not going to move off discard until he really does something. Now, I've actually watched a few Newcastle games. He's been pretty damn good. So this is somebody that I would bet on. You know, I think he's been pretty solid. So also, if you did the same Maximum SBC, make sure you guys pick up one because they link. And obviously, it'd be sick if he gets an upgrade. So that's one of the ones that I really like. Down in that lower kind of price tier of players. Somebody else that I really like, and you guys may laugh at me, but Harry Maguire, man. I really like this card, and I like it because I know for a fact that if this guy gets an upgrade, I know he has poor pace, but it's such a popular player that I don't think it matters. Like, if he does get an upgrade at some point, I just feel like as an 84 rated, Manchester United, England, like, people will go crazy for this card, man, and that's just how I feel. So you've got this card available at 11,000 coins at the moment. I mean, look, this is another example of a guy that is just like little to no risk, man, you know? And I do think at some point this year he will have a proper performance. So I'm a fan of putting one of these in the club. For real. I spoke about this briefly last night, but another player that I really like from OTW is Rodri. Rodri's like 40,000 coins right now, and he's been playing good for City. It's hard to get informs on Man City, but if you look at him as a player and what he offers, and in terms of like a FIFA meta or good or bad, he's got medium-high work rates. He's 6'3". He's got a 4-star weak foot. He's Spanish, and he plays for City. So in terms of links, in terms of work rates, in terms of height, like this is a pretty proper good CDM. He is right now only 10,000 coins more than his gold card, which just makes me think at any point if this guy gets an assist, if they have a 1-0 win, or if he gets a goal and a 3-0 win, it just kind of makes me feel like EA might throw him in Team of the Week. So this is not going to be a card that's going to go down to discard until at least the winter or the spring. So you buying this at 40,000 coins, I mean, and taking a roll of the dice that in 8 to 10 weeks he does something, I think it's worthwhile. Something also to keep in mind with these cards is that they go out of packs, guys. So it's not like if they just play bad that they're going to go down, right? Because they're going to lose a supply. Right now they're kind of going down because a lot of these guys are not doing the best. At the moment, they haven't had an inform-worthy upgrade, and they're also being supplied. So when they're not going to be supplied, there is a good chance that they just naturally rise just because of the fact that they're not in packs. Another really interesting one to look at, I think, is Delict. You got to think about players that people are going to want to use with an upgrade, and I think Delict is one of those players. His next upgrade would put him at an 86. He gets the dynamic image. He's a 49,000 coin card, but if he gets an upgrade, there's no way this card is less than 100 or 150k. It's Delict, popular player, medium high, 6'2". The stats are really good. I've played against him this year. Like, this is a very solid card in FIFA. So I really don't think that this is a bad pickup at that 49k mark. I don't see it being a bad pickup at all. And what you have to keep in mind about Delict is that, again, he's a FIFA player, right? There's some FIFA players that we'll talk about that will see insane hype when they score more than others because, for example, right? Let me give you an example. Who's an example? If like the difference between like Coutinho scoring and like Pepe scoring. Pepe's like a FIFA player. Coutinho's a good player in FIFA, but Pepe's like strictly like pace. People like him a lot in this game. Like that Pepe will see such more of an increase in price just because Pepe is like a FIFA player. It's hard to explain that whole dilemma, but try to think about that, and I do think Delict fits under that criteria that he's very, very popular. So aside from him, I think you also have some really low-risk players, Icardi and Sarabia. I think Sarabia actually scored today. Icardi is also very, very low risk. The guy doesn't have a great card, but I think in an upgrade or two, he's solid. He's solid. He's not anything special. He's been getting some time right now, which is good. The guy already has 89 finishing and 94 jumping just on this generic 85 card. So this one is interesting to me because I think in a little while he does become a really usable card. And then we kind of have 2 to 3 more to talk about guys for the lower risk ones. I think for me, Pulisic's not even making the subs right now. So it's safe, but it's, in the long run, is it really that good? Barella's a discard if you guys want to pick that up. Haller's a really interesting one in my opinion because Haller has room for a really nice card within 2 upgrades. So right now he's 20k, 21k, but I just want to put the emphasis to you guys on EPL strikers and their popularity. Like if they start getting informs, then they get popular, right? And what happens if somebody gets popular is that their price on the market will obviously grow. So Haller I don't love. I think if he was 15k, it would be a card that I would say go broke on, but the guy's also really good in real life. That's what I'm trying to give you guys, players that are playing well in real life at the moment because I watch a lot of football. Haller's solid as hell in real life, so he's been playing well. So I like him. Also, Thorgan Hazard this morning had an assist for Dortmund. So it's a card to keep your eye on. And the reason why Thorgan Hazard's like a really good card to keep your eye on, first of all, he's 16,000 coins. But second of all, he's got 4-star, which makes him a very top-tier potential right wing / right mid. 1 upgrade, and you have this guy close to 80 shooting, if not 80 shooting, with 85 pace, really high dribbling. And you guys know how FIFA 20 works. Dribbling stats are so important in this game. He's already got 91 agility on his base card. With a little bit more upgrade in that dribbling category, this guy becomes a monster. You just have to get the finishing up a bit from the current point that it's at right now. But other than that, I mean, that guy becomes a beast. One of my favorite investments I think you guys can make with ones to watch is Chucky Lozano, right? This guy has 40,000 coins right now. And Lozano is such a FIFA player. Like, if Lozano scores a goal, he's going to 70, 65K. So you've got 25K a card already, knowing that if he gets a goal. He's got a 3-star weak foot, which is the only downside. But he's got pace. He links to a lot of really important players. And once this card does get one upgrade this year, it's going to be very appealing to everybody because it's like Lozano's already at that 84 rated. It's a live Lozano. And with one more, the way that the inform system works, his first two upgrades would be 84 and 86, right? So he'll jump to an 86 right away within 2 upgrades, which is sick because, you know, a guy like maybe Icardi at 85 with 2 upgrades goes to an 87. So the catch-up speed or the potential of that is huge with lower rated cards. So Lozano, I think, is definitely worth the risk out of packs. I like that. Jovic hasn't really been getting much time at Madrid. I've been watching Madrid a good amount. I like watching them. He has not been getting much time. Somebody that is really important to point out is Ben Yedder, because Ben Yedder is also a FIFA player. He's in my team right now. The card is ridiculous. If this guy gets an upgrade, his inform will be probably the most in-demand inform of FIFA 20. He's also not been playing bad for Monaco. I think the other weekend he had 2 goals, but then they got whooped by Marseille. They ended up losing like 4-2. But he's scoring, which is good. So you just want to look at Ben Yedder because he's getting goals for the squad. And goals are important for ones to watches. Goals are what moves the market on ones to watches. If a guy scores, when ones to watch originally got announced or introduced in FIFA 17, because I used to be, in my opinion, I think it was FIFA 18, I was insane with ones to watch. Like, I didn't do it as much last year because the hype and the teams weren't as good. But Ben Yedder is a player that can double if he scores. And the thing I wanted to tell you guys is that goals are so important for these. Once the watch depends a lot more on goals than it does with assists. Somebody I also really, really like who's actually jumped up a bit in price today is Lukaku. Now, you guys may laugh at me, but Inter are playing fantastic. Lukaku's playing fantastic. So you've got a system that's working really well over at Inter right now, and this guy was 50,000 coins the other day. He's like 61 right now, 60. But 50K for me, I love this. I think, you know, it's a safe bet because he's their goal scorer. He's their main guy, and they're playing really well. There's no way Lukaku's not going to keep scoring in my eyes. Like, he is their guy up top. Lautaro Martinez is doing well as well. But I like Lukaku, man. I think he's been scoring goals. I think he has 4 or 5 league goals already. So I'm a fan of that. And yeah, somebody that actually had a goal today finally was Eden Hazard. Now, I told you guys in my video the other day, the second he does something, he's going to fly. He's 900K now, right? So he went up from 600K to 900K. And that's what can happen if he scores. Now, you guys can see the supply. Obviously, he's getting flooded onto the market, and he's dropping in price now. But this card is now seen already an uptick while it's been in packs just because he added a goal and an assist today. So, you know, I don't know how you would classify the assist because Modric had a banger. I don't know if that was like an assist, but yeah, I mean, he's absolutely flying today on the market. Eden Hazard's soaring, man. He was probably like 950 or a mil when he scored. Somebody to talk about as well is Frankie de Jong, because Frankie de Jong right now has a once to watch card. His inform is actually 180K. So his once to watch at 200K is very safe because it's only 20K more than the inform. So every time I see a card that has pressure from a card below, I seem to like it because it makes me think or feel like that the inform has a lot of demand. So Frankie de Jong, regardless of an upgrade, already has an upgrade, which means that he just doesn't really need much more. He's already got an upgrade, so the card is already desirable. I've played Weekend League already. I've played 2 Frankie de Jong once to watches in teams. It's a popular card, and the guy is playing well. So this, to me, seems pretty low risk for a lot of you guys that are interested in picking up a card. He's 200K, so this would be a little bit more, I think, for the higher budget guys that would be looking into picking him up. Griezmann is the same as Hazard, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Griezmann is playing okay at Barca. He's not playing that well. He's playing okay. The second this guy does something, he's going to fly because he's a very popular FIFA player. He's actually in my Weekend League team. The second he does something, guys, he is going to soar on the market. We're talking the same thing as Hazard, man. He's pushing over 800 the second he gets a goal or does something crazy because Griezmann is a very FIFA player, and I know the second that this dude does something, he's going crazy. Also, Barca links this FIFA very popular, right? That shouldn't even be had. I shouldn't even have to say that, but very popular. And then I think we'll wind on the video talking about the 2 Bayern boys today. We got Coutinho and Hernandez. So Hernandez is 111K, and I never love betting on defenders. I don't like it because I just think that it's tough to really always know. De Ligt and Maguire are a little bit safer because they don't cost you as much, right? So Hernandez is a little bit different, You know, Hernandez with an upgrade is going to double in price. That's what I will tell you guys. So he's 110K. If he gets the upgrade, he's going into 200s. But it's like, how long does that take you to actually get that? Coutinho is so interesting to me because he's got a cam in form right now that's like 390K. His OTW is at 200K. He's playing well right now. Bayern did lose today, but he's playing well. So I think at 200, it's a low risk. Also, this is a very popular card in this game because dribbling and passing is so good that people are just using that card anyway. So I think I wanted to point that out because I think the card is super relevant, you know, regardless. So that's my tip on ones to watch this, guys. I wanted to talk about them with you guys because I feel like there is a lot of money to be had in OTW. I don't know when I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to start picking them up when I have some coins. I'm not going to go crazy because I'm already really invested in a lot of other cards. So I'll let you guys know on the channel when I start picking them up. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon. Peace out.